Therefore, a huge swell with dangerously large waves is expected to start rolling in on this Thanksgiving Eve. This is a live look at Rocky Point right now. A high surf warning was issued less than an hour ago for most north-facing shores across the state. And then there's the winds.
Our first alert team says some areas could see gusts of up to 55 miles per hour tomorrow, and residents are being urged to take precautions now. Our Annalisa Burgos joins us live from Kalihi. Annalisa.
Yeah, hey guys, I spoke to several residents who said that they didn't really know about the wind threat, but they are as prepared as they can be. Now, the big vulnerabilities are for people who live in valleys because of the sheer force of the winds that come down as it goes down the mountains. And wind is already picking up right now. You are expected to be prepared for it to hit overnight and in the early morning hours. Now, I spoke to a tree risk expert at Lion Arboretum. Manoa obviously has a lot of trees, overhanging trees there. He had this advice for people who live near that area.
Avoid, hiking in heavily wooded areas. You want to stay away from large trees that could potentially fail. If you live in an area where you have an overhanging albizia tree, that's going to put you at a risk factor during wind events. So you might want to look into having that tree removed.
And he mentioned albizia trees. Those are those tall, thin trees with overhanging branches. They're worried that these strong winds could snap them and damage any nearby property. I spoke to Council Member-elect Tyler Dos Santos Tam, who also said that he wants the city to do more preventative, proactive measures just in case anything affects our residents during these severe weather events. And back here live in Kalihi, as you can see, the weather really picking up here. Some precautions you can take other than obviously cutting back those trees, removing overhanging branches, is secure loose items in your yard, such as trash bins, also any decorations. Be sure those are secured if you live in these wind-prone areas. Other than that, do check for loose shingles or roof tiles in case those could blow away as well. Reporting live here in Kalihi, Annalisa Burgos, Hawaii News Now. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Annalisa. And our chief meteorologist, Jennifer Robbins, has been tracking this the entire time. Our first alert team seeing this since last Wednesday. Here's a closer look at the potential impacts.
Models did show it as a potential threat since last Wednesday, so we gave you that first alert heads up then. But you can see the reason why we're going to see quite a contrast is the cold air behind this system. With that cold air ushering in behind the front, with that contrast, that's what builds up on the winds. There's the front itself. It is about 170 miles just to the north of us. And Kauai, late tonight, we'll start seeing some showers. It's not going to be a big rainmaker, only about a 6-hour window of rain as it makes its way from the western end of the state down the island chain. But you still see some pockets of rain ahead of the front, and this is what we're going to be expecting. Strong winds over those windward neighborhoods, but as it races down the mountainside, like here in Kalihi, we're talking about gusts up to about 55 miles per hour as it accelerates down the slopes. Right now, sustained winds anywhere from 10 to 20, so we're not there yet, but we do have a number of alerts up, including a gale watch, a gale warning, and also a small craft advisory for the entire island chain, and wind advisories for each of the islands that begin as early as 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So big changes on the way. You can see that high pressure fan right behind the front and all those strong winds building in. I'll take a closer look at your first alert long range weather model coming up in a little bit. It looks like mainly Thursday, but good news, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, things really clear out for us, but I'll have more on the big swell, the winds, and also the rain to come as this front comes into the picture late tonight into tomorrow.
Mahalo, Jen. We'll check back with you.